Hi, I'm Sam and this is Maz.
Hi.
And we're from the Vegetarian Society Cookery School. We'd like to help you get started with making your own bread. And Maz is the baker in our house, so she's going to give you some hints and tips to help you get going and overcome some common mistakes that people find. So, if I am totally new to bread making, what's the most important thing I need to know?
The thing that's going to affect your bread the most is the environment in which you're making it in. You want a nice warm kitchen. So making bread in the summer is super easy. I know where my hot spots are. I've got a bit of sunshine or by a radiator. In the colder months, if you're already cooking in your kitchen, that's going to warm up the temperature and it's going to be great for your yeast to do its work, to prove its bread, to give you a really good end result.
Oh, lovely. That's really good. So I need to learn a bit about my kitchen environment. And what about equipment? What do I need to get started making bread?
You don't need very much equipment to make bread. I find a couple of bits are really essential. So I have my flexible dough scraper. I use this all along my making bread. I can mix with it. I can portion the bread up into its dough shapes. I can also shape with it and clean up afterwards, which is always really helpful. Then I want something to prove my bread in, because proving is a really key part of making your bread. So I've got these bannotones, fairly inexpensive, different shapes. I like the nice oval shape, gives me a lifelong loaf. And then I'm going to turn that out onto a baking tray when it comes to cook it. Or if you want a nice square tin, you've got these metal tins and you can prove your bread in them and bake in them as well. So that makes it really easy.
Oh, that's great. That's not much at all, is it? You don't need very much equipment. You don't need to spend a lot to get started making your own bread. Okay, so environment, little bit of equipment. What's the last thing that's super important for people to know?
The last thing you need is patience. Making bread is a real journey. Sometimes it will be excellent, sometimes it will completely go wrong. So I find lots of patience and different sources of information. So I don't stick to just one book or just one website, and I like to experiment when making bread, using different types of flour and making different types of bread, and that way I find out what really works for me in the environment that I'm making my bread in.
So if you're going to be making your own bread, you've got to enjoy the making of it, not just actually eating the loaf. I'm really lucky the fact that Maz is a baker, because I get to just enjoy the bread that comes out of the oven. What are you going to be making next?
I was looking at some bagel recipes earlier. I've made bagels a few times, but they're a little bit tricky, but lots of fun. So I want to make some bagels and try and practice my skills.
Oh, nice. I love bagels. We'll be having bagels for breakfast tomorrow then.